Hey everybody, how are we doing today? Good. Glad to hear it. See all thumbs up. All right, so today we're going to be talking about thesis statements. Has anybody heard about a thesis statement before? Yeah, I see a couple head nods, one person shaking their head. Mackenzie, you've never heard of a thesis statement. Sounds like me and Kaylee have. So, let's define thesis statement first. A thesis statement is a sentence describing the writer's main argument about a work's overarching message. So let's break that down a little bit. It's one sentence. We're describing our argument about an overarching message or maybe a theme of a work. And when I say work, I mean a book, a play, a movie, that kind of thing. We're talking about thesis statements for literary analysis. So what are the elements of a thesis statement? Thesis statements need to be specific. That means narrowed down, and we'll talk about what examples of that look like later. They need to be debatable. Someone has to be able to argue against the claim that you're making in your thesis statement. And they have to signal to the structure of the rest of your paper. So it's giving the reader a glimpse into the rest of your paper and what you're going to be talking about. So before we get into more about thesis statements, I have a little cheer or a chant to help us remember the elements of a thesis statement. Are we up for trying it? All right, awesome. So it's going to go through all of the elements. So we have specific, narrowed down, not too vague. Debatable, someone can dispute your claim. Signal structure gives the reader a glimpse into your paper. Okay, awesome. Does that sound like something we can try? Okay, so I'm gonna have everybody stay muted just so it doesn't get too chaotic, but we're gonna try the chant. Okay? All right, let's begin. Specific, narrowed down, not too vague. Debatable, someone could dispute your claim. Signal structure gives the reader a glimpse into your paper. Yay! Good job. And we can keep doing that later throughout when we make our thesis statements to help us remember how to make a thesis statement and what makes a thesis statement a thesis statement. So we'll go into this a little bit later in depth, but how to make a thesis statement. The first step is identifying your topic. Has anybody ever heard of a theme topic before? Not sure, not really. Yeah, so a theme topic is something that it's one word that shows that is an overarching theme of a work. So you're going to find the topic that you want to talk about. Maybe it's love, maybe it's growth, something like that, one word. You're going to develop a question about that topic, and your thesis statement is going to be answering that question. Does that make sense? Awesome. So now we're just going to do a little activity where we're going to identify, is this a thesis statement or not? Does it have all the elements? So we have A Worn Path by Eudora Welty creates a fictional character in Phoenix Jackson whose determination, faith, and cunning illustrate the indomitable human spirit. Got a fancy word in there. But let's look at our questions. Is it specific? Would we say it's specific? Yeah? Is it arguable? Could you argue against this? I agree. And does it signal to the structure of the paper? Yeah?